Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Critical Beauty Salon, another group discussion with pageant experts from all over the world. Tonight, we're going to discuss Miss Grand International 2021. We're going to be revealing our top 20 favorites, our top 10, our top 5, and eventually our predictions, like who's going to win, first, second, third, fourth, one, so forth and so on. So we're just waiting for our guests to arrive into the chat room. And I think I'm seeing, let me see, a couple of them right now. Peter. Here's Peter first. And then Phil. Hey. Hello, everybody.
Recording in progress. What happened to my camera?
Where's your face? Where's your beautiful face, Peter? There it is.
Here it is.
Hey, Mr. Bongphil, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Cool. It's so cold. It's so cold in Massachusetts.
It's not so hot over here.
Well, don't rub it in.
Well, belated.
Yeah, you look very summery. You're wearing a very summery dress. All right, so Vagisha is joining in. Let's admit Vagisha. So let me see. So we're just waiting for Brian and Co. And I think Brian is right there. Brian.
Are we recording?
And we're just waiting for Co.
Hi, Vagisha. Hi, Yoni. There you are.
Hi, Vagisha.
Long
How are you?
time.
Hi, how are you all doing?
Doing great. How about you?
I'm also doing well.
It's very
so
early
good to
in the
see
morning.
you after all this time.
Yes, it's very early here.
What time is it now? It's about what, 7:30?
7:30, right?
7:30 in the morning. So have you had your breakfast yet?
No, not yet. So this is the first thing I'm going to do to meet all of you. And I remember the time we spent together during the last Miss Grand International edition. We had a great discussion. So I was really looking forward to it.
Wonderful. Well, would you guys be open to discussing Miss World? I don't know if you guys, I know Vagisha follows Miss World.
No.
I follow Miss World. Oh, we have Brian. Hi, Brian.
Hi, I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm so bad at this.
Hi,
I know.
Brian.
How are you guys?
Hi. Is there a way for you to make your camera in a landscape position?
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to figure it out. If it was that way. Yeah.
All right. Are you okay? Perfect. That's perfect. So we're just waiting for Co. And
it's horrible.
Yeah. I think she didn't get the link to Zoom. I think Peter, I think you forwarded the link to a Co, didn't you just now?
Yes, yeah. Correct.
Okay. Right. So while waiting for her,
guys, Miss Universe, have you heard? Oh my God, no.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Brian, because with this so-called new variant called Omicron, isn't it funny though? They always have a new variant during the holidays. Like, what's up with that? Is it like planned? So I just don't get it. So Brian, from what I've heard, is that the only people who can enter Israel starting tomorrow, Sunday, are the contestants themselves, the national directors, and anybody and all the Miss Universe organization staff, which means if you're part of the general public, you cannot enter Israel.
Which would include me.
And it doesn't matter if, okay, Brian, your camera is like sideways, so you have to position it.
So this is the wrong way?
It's the wrong way because we're all going like that.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out. I don't know. I'm bad at this. I should be better at this.
You're a vlogger and you haven't figured
I
it
know.
out yet. Hello.
I don't really use Zoom, so.
My God. All right. Okay, that's fine. Just
like that?
Fine. Yeah, no big deal.
Okay.
So
I'm trying to fix the lighting.
Have you purchased the tickets for Miss Universe already? How much does it cost you?
$500, and my flight was $600, almost $700. Hotel was like $1,000.
Damn.
So that's why I'm super worried.
Well, I hope you get a refund.
Well,
I
I
mean,
hope it happens. I hope we can find a way to make this happen. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because they just imposed the ban. You know.
You think so?
Yeah, unless you sneak in Miss South Africa's luggage.
Well, too bad she's almost already there. So
I know,
don't think
right?
that'll work.
Who hasn't left yet? I think Miss Bahamas. Miss Bahamas is still on the way, so you can still.
Oh, perfect. I can catch. I can. Yeah. I can
hitch
catch
a
her.
ride. Hitch a ride with Chantel. So that's good.
Well, actually, Miss USA doesn't leave until the 29th. So my better bet is going with her.
Okay, so yeah, that's one thing I wanted to discuss about Miss USA. So the finals happens on the 29th. Okay. So as you know, they brought back the state costumes. So whoever wins Miss USA already has whatever she uses as her state costume will be her national costume. So she's gonna have to haul it all the way to Israel, right? So Crystal Stewart is smart. You know, she's saving a lot of money.
A lot of money. Well, is she though? Because she's gonna have to buy a plane ticket last minute. If they don't end up, honestly, my like thought, I was talking with people today or earlier, and I was like, what if this just doesn't happen and they send all the girls back to the US and we have the pageant over here? Is that a possibility?
I don't think so. No, because everything
No, right?
everything has been planned. They already have a contract with Israel. So, you know, we don't want any like legal hassles or lawsuits and flying in every direction, so to speak. All right, so Ko has joined us, but Ko, are you there? Can you hear us? Ko. All right, maybe she's still having some issues with her audio. So, all right. So of course, Miss Grand International is the topic of the day. And as you know, 4 years ago, I predicted that Miss Grand International would be on the same level, at least almost on the same level as Miss Universe. And it is happening. It is happening, people. It's happening. Okay. Whereas Miss World has been shuffled to third place for now. Okay.
You know why that is, Rafa?
Yeah, please explain.
Because no one gives a shit about platforms and charity these days.
I have to say that if I was a contestant, the pageant that I would want to go to is Miss Grand. I'm sorry, but these girls are having so much fun.
They're having the time of their lives. I'm telling you, you know, there isn't a day that goes by where they're not doing anything.
Anything, right?
Yeah, either they're eating something, or they're zip lining, or they're swimming at the beach, or they're taking photo shoots, they're dancing. They're having a lot of fun, you know, and that's why, right, Rakisha?
I would say that the swimsuit competition they have, it is one of the best. I have never seen any other pageant having such a grand swimsuit competition.
I totally agree. Although, oh, hi, Ko. Ko is here. Hi, Ko. Can you hear us? This is Lafa.
You didn't.
Hey, you.
Fix your audio, girl.
It's so
Can
mean.
you see us though? How many fingers do I have?
Hopefully 5.
5.
Just kidding.
5 between the two.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for her to fix her audio problem. Okay, so yeah, Miss Grand International, I think, has become the second most important or the second largest pageant at this time. And you remember Nawad has been bragging about it, like he created the hashtag top 3 pageant or whatever. And then a lot of people, you know, mocked him. A lot of people, you know, made fun of them. And a lot of them said, yo, are you crazy, old man? And what are you doing? You're nothing. And of course we have Mississology not acknowledging Miss Grand International. And then of course, you know, the other website, Global Beauty, is not acknowledging Miss Earth. So what's up with these two with these two giant websites? I just don't understand. I mean, I think Miss Earth and Miss Grand International are both important pageants. And Miss Universe is embracing Miss Earth's environmental advocacy. They're now into environment and green stuff and recycling and reusing and all that shit. So yeah, so all pageants are starting to resemble each other. You know what I mean, baby? So hey. So Ko, honey, can you hear us? What are you drinking?
Just Pepsi.
At 9 o'clock in the morning? Are you crazy?
Yes. Hi, good morning, everyone. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Oh,
Rafa, in her defense, in their
hear you
defense,
clearly now.
you said that this live would be 10 hours, so that Coke or that Pepsi is called for.
So we could probably do, I don't know, maybe spend like half an hour for each contestant, talking about each
Oh,
contestant. They're like,
Jesus.
how many? 64 contestants.
Half an
Absolutely
hour.
not.
Rafa and everyone, I probably would stay 1.5 hour. I think
Yes, you
because
have a live stream.
Yeah, I know.
with Samantha. So I just can't miss, because Samantha just messaged me last night, and let's see if I going to see her, and I badly would love to see her, because I didn't go down to Phuket because a lot of schedule coming in. So I think all the friends here understand me. And I will take good picture and send you all right?
All right. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm so happy for you because you're like in the center of all the happenings in the world. You're in Thailand. Everything is grand right now in Thailand. So you're having a wonderful
What
time.
a compliment. I will tell Mr. Nawat, Rafa, you're so sweet.
Okay. All right. Let's start with the pageant itself. Of course, everybody knows Miss Grand International is happening in Thailand. Right now, the girls are I believe in Phuket. But tomorrow, I believe they're leaving for Bangkok. Right?
No, today, Rafa, today, this morning.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's already Sunday there. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right. So what can you tell us? Are there any like interesting gossips or dirt that you can share with us with fans all over the world? I mean, are there any
I may
bits
start first.
where the worst?
Rafa.
wait, are
worst
we live?
girls- Go, Kyle, go.
Okay, I think it's quite a biggest news in the world, but I'm not sure if you realize that because it happened in Thailand about sexual molestation and sexual advance. So 2 days ago, there were two Miss Universe Thailand 2021 contestants. One of their name is Asuntina Chusak, filed a complaint against one photographer who worked for Miss Universe Thailand organization as a freelancer during Miss Universe Thailand 2021 contest. So they filed complaint for this photographer, he actually touched her without her consent and make a move sort of indicated some kind of sexual advance, like whispering in her ear and try to kiss her, before public, sort of, yes. And also it's turned that this guy actually is very prominent photographer in Thailand.
Okay.
So his fan concealed his true self. He actually a sexual perpetrator. His name is Tan Thanawat, and his studio is one of the best. So it's quite big news because nobody dared to go against him before. Once these two ladies came out, because ND of Miss Universe Thailand organization, Khun Piyaporn Sankosik, encouraged them to speak up, and she dispatched her lawyer to represent both of them. So when people went back to his record, yes. So
Go ahead.
right. So he actually now involving in a rape case in other district.
Okay.
So yep, he has a case of rape with other model already, and once these two ladies spoke up, there's a lot of beauty queen also who used to work with him, said a lot of sexual abuse he commit against them. So now he has been he actually was apprehended 2 days ago, and he's now in jail under police custody. So it's quite big news indeed, because a lot of people, especially top queen, has been, was actually work for the shot.
Well, maybe he should be locked up in an all men's prison. What do you think?
Yeah, it's quite new in Thailand, okay? Because if you got, you got fame, nobody just would love to dare your power, sort of. And because of he's got a good connection as well. A lot of people, especially influential people, just thought that he's so good, because he's personal. That's why his true self, which is dangerous, has been concealed under, his reputation. So, when that two lazy came up, there's a lot of negative comments against them. Like, oh, it's happened about 1.5 months already since Miss Universe Thailand contest. Why you just came out so late? You need sort of a crowd, actually. So so it's quite an issue now, because you try to victim blaming. And
Well, you know what I think about
yeah.
rapists? You know, the perfect punishment for rapists, they should be castrated.
Yeah, that's right.
Castrated. Okay.
Yes, that's right. I mean,
Rafa, rapists
yep.
have fingers as well.
Yep, that's right.
Well, cut off their
Castration isn't
fingers
always
as well
the
too.
answer.
And also, one of contestant in Miss Universe Thailand 2021 revealed her, sexual abuse experience during Golden Trailer contest, that she was raped at 12 years old. So I was the only one who allowed by her to interview her personally, right? Her name is Kun Wai. But at that time, even though I, got permission by herself to interview her, I'm telling you, I was under pressure to have her interview, because quite, influential person, calling me, try to convince me down not to proceed interview with her, sort of. They just think that her story might taint the reputation of contest, sort of. But anyway, I just proceeded, and I'm so glad indeed, because since this incident 2 days ago, her name has been, called out loud, because now she's kind of the example of courageous lady who spoke up. So
that's
now
you have to speak
Yep.
up. You have to speak up. Really.
Yeah. So Rafa, I just would like you to, to highlight this thing, because I think it has been happened for quite a long, for quite a long time.
Yeah.
But Beauty Queen just, just think that nobody believe them, especially 2 or 3 Beauty Queen. They wouldn't come out as that true lady did, because she said that she's so afraid of being rejected, and so afraid of people don't believe her. So she said that she probably need a little bit more time, a week or a couple of days, and will come up like to testify, sort of, and give some information. So for that lady, kind of sexual abuse, sort of, there's some kind of touching, very close contact. I'm quite not sure, because in the news wouldn't go into detail like kissing or something like that. But I think definitely his plot try to call his target and say that, do you want to take personal photo shoot? I will took your picture and feature better, look much better. But okay, come with me in the studio, like in person, that's
Yeah,
happened.
that is a very unfortunate, I mean, anything that involves sexual harassment and rape, I mean, it happens, it's very common in the modeling and pageant industry. I mean, the best thing to fight it is just basically speak up right away. I mean, a lot of women are very timid and very shy, and they don't have the courage to do so, and they have their own reasons. But you cannot keep it forever. Somehow you have to do something. And that's good that they're just doing this, that's good. All right, enough rape and enough sexual harassment for tonight, okay?
Okay. Yep.
Let's move on with our topic. Okay, so the pageant started like 2 weeks ago. Okay, so the girls have been doing all these wonderful, crazy activities and whatnot. And I don't know about you guys, but the contestant that caught the most attention to me is Hong Kong, Miss Grand Hong Kong. I've never seen a contestant that is so full of joy, full of, I mean, she's
innocence.
She's one crazy young lady. Okay, so I mean, that's what I think, and I really believe she's going to be up there. She's going to be in the top 20, at least top 20. Does everybody?
She will.
Vagisha is saying, no,
Actually, I happened to watch her swimsuit competition performance, and I was wondering that why are people talking about her? But the way I saw her twirl and turn and her poses, then I thought that it is Miss Grand International, and people do look after all of these things.
But Vagisha, do you remember in the last edition back in March? Do you remember Miss Japan? She did this turn, this twist, and she made the top 20.
And the year prior, there was Miss Ireland, that had all the Venezuelans going crazy with her chama catchphrase. So I feel like every year there's a contestant that pre-planned something. And they're like, I'm gonna be this year's, everyone talks about contestant.
And if you
And that's
remember,
Why not? Why
the
not?
moment to
That's
do
the
it.
whole point, to go there to be noticed and to be remembered
Exactly.
and be
And
memorable.
that's
It's like,
the
don't
perfect
waste
branding.
this opportunity.
It goes with the branding of Miss Grand International.
It really does.
Exactly.
especially the kind of funny introductions they have in their national pageant as well. That is also somewhere like that. And if you remember in 2016, if I'm not wrong, Miss Grand Macedonia.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
every year, there's something.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's the only thing that separates Miss Grant from Miss Universe these days. Because looking at it, like me, it's my first time following Miss Grand International, and it reminds me of Miss USA pageant from 2007, like
Right.
during the Michael Schwan
Yes.
era,
Yeah,
Scott
yeah.
Grossman era, the twirls, the poses. So I think that's where they're going, and I think I mean they're up there, top 3.
They're definitely giving us everything that pageant followers, the pageant community wants.
Yes,
We want
definitely.
that glamour. We want that show. We
Entertainment.
want
I'm telling you,
entertainment,
people,
yeah.
the reason why I watch pageants primarily is because I want to be entertained. And I'm quite amused and I'm quite entertained by Miss Grand International. Okay, so when
I
I
agree.
compare Grand International with Miss World, I mean, I'm sure Miss World has all its good stuff going on. But from an entertainment perspective, it's boring. I'm sure the production is still going to be boring. It's going to be like long, all these girls parading beautiful gowns,
I hope not. I'll be there. I don't want to sleep. I don't want to pay $200 to fall asleep watching a show. So hopefully not,
Yeah,
since it's in
exactly.
Puerto Rico.
Another thing was there's so many things I like about this year's edition of Miss Grand International. The welcome ceremony was amazing. It was
Great.
amazing. And the way the girls were had to ride this red sports car, they had to come out of the sports car, in their fabulous gowns, and for the first time, they were allowed to wear their national crowns.
Just like Miss Universe.
Yeah, just like Miss Universe.
Miss
And I was
Universe.
wondering, oh my God, which of these girls has the most expensive crown, or which girl has the least expensive crown? You know what I mean? Like I kept comparing. But who has the biggest crown? I think one of these large waste basket crowns.
USA.
USA, yeah.
Yeah, USA. That was tacky and cheap.
Really big.
Yeah, very big. Okay, but I thought the opening ceremony, the welcome ceremony was amazing. They had to walk this red carpet, interviewed by this female host and whatnot. They had to do all these poses and stuff and everything. There was a lot of entertainment as well. So that was amazing. I'm also following the pageant on their official YouTube channel, Grand TV. You know, they have this daily live updates. Ko, what is the name of that guy who does the daily updates?
Mr. Cham, he's my friend as well. He's very
Okay.
nice, really
Okay.
nice.
It's
Yep.
very nice. It's very nice.
Yep.
And his co-host Han Mei, Miss Grand Myanmar 2020, is also doing a wonderful job co-hosting
Yes.
this year, and her English has improved tremendously.
Mhm.
Do you know, Ko? Do you know if if she lives in Thailand like permanently, or she's there for a contract, or what?
No. It's already revealed before Miss Grand started that she going to settle down in Canada, okay, as a political asylum seeker. After she finished like being a tentative host in MGI 2021, and I think before she going, I would have a chance to interview her, because before that I trying, but I knew from inside that it's quite, you know, concerned about her safety, because
Right.
rarely people knew about where she living in Bangkok, because she has been hounded by Myanmar official, and
Okay.
Myanmar, you know, is bordering with Thailand.
Right.
So it's very dangerous. That's why until everything, you know, settle, I mean, officially. So Mr. Nawat revealed she going to leave Thailand in December, and live in Canada permanently. Probably Antonio would, you know, would meet Hanle sometime.
Wait, Antonio, if you're watching, hi. He lives in Vancouver, British Columbia. So is she moving to British Columbia? Do you know?
I'm quite not sure where she going, because Mr. Nawat wouldn't reveal that detail. But I think today, okay, I will ask her personally. But I will send you personal message then. I probably can't speak in public, okay, because of the safety reason.
Right. Yeah. It's a very delicate situation. Well, I'm happy for her. I think everybody's happy for her. You know, that she found refuge, at least temporary refuge in Thailand, and now Canada is opening its arms to accept her, which is great. You know, why did you not choose the United States of America? It's a better country. Why did you not come here? Why Canada? There's nothing in Canada. Nothing. People
I thought you guys were
to the
full.
US. I'm just kidding.
I think
love Canada.
Rafa is, you know, the process might be faster and more welcoming, I think, because Canada is very famous for open arm for, you know, people from.
Well, you know, Canada has a lot of space and they have less people, so they need people there. So
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. But Canada will always live in the shadow of America.
Oh my God. Anyways, it's not really a foreign country because it's like attached to the US. oh my God.
And they all speak English like American. Anyway, I love you, Canada. Anyway, so let's talk about the swimsuit. Who do you think, if you guys watched the swimsuit, what did you think of the swimsuit segment by the yacht out in the bay? I thought it was amazing.
It was fun.
It was so much fun to watch. It was so much fun. Let's talk about who my favorite in swimsuit. Let's start with me. My favorite in swimsuit was Panama. Did you guys see Panama?
She was giving it.
She was, oh my God, this girl from head to toe was perfection. She knew her turns. She knew the camera, the projection. It's amazing. She knew how to flirt with the camera and all her gestures and she's very tall. She's almost like 6 feet tall. And she has the most amazing, fit, hot body. So Panama for me is the best in swimsuit. What about you, Phil?
Best in swimsuit, Ecuador for me.
Okay.
She
Alright.
had the moves, she has the twirls, she has the face, everything. Probably the face of Miss Grand International for me.
Okay. All right. What about you, Mr. Pita?
I have a few favorites, but you're right about Panama. Panama is giving me Naomi Campbell vibes.
Yes.
It's not just her videos, it's her photos. Her photos are fantastic. I agree with Phil. Ecuador is amazing.
She's beautiful.
Forced swimwear too. I really love Puerto Rico. I really love Puerto
Mm.
Rico.
Mm.
I think she's just really beautiful. Oh, and the other one for someone who's so young, Chile. Chile is sex on legs. Oh my goodness, this girl is
Yeah, she's like
17.
17. She's
Yeah,
a
she doesn't even have
teenager.
like a life history, and she is giving it. So, she really stands out for me.
Zakisha, what about you?
I would say, as you all said, Panama was amazing in the swimsuit competition. Other than Panama, I would say Czech Republic, although she's a little bit sweet, not that fierce, but she stood out for me. She has that something in her, that it factor is there, which makes me want to see her more and more. So she was there, and then we have Brazil. Dominican Republic was also quite good. So there are many candidates who stood out in the swimsuit competition. If we talk about the top 20 placement, there were few candidates whom I didn't observe in the welcome ceremony, and they stood out for me in the swimsuit competition. So I think it's great that Miss Grand International gives us an opportunity to watch all of these candidates separately in different activities, in different events, so that we can make up our mind that these candidates may advance further.
That's great. Ko, what about you, darling? Ko?
Okay, I agree with you. Ecuador for me, and very close to Ecuador is Mexico for me. Okay, I love both of them. So I think Latinas this year really really strong.
They
Really
always
strong.
bring it every year. The Latinas are always very
Yep.
strong. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I think Latinas this edition much stronger than the last edition for me. Okay, so I expect that we in top 10 or top 5. That probably full of Latinas. There might be just one or the most 2 places of Asian. And one of them Indonesia, and I wish that Philippines, okay, would be in top 5 as well.
Indonesia is wonderful.
Yes,
And
she
she
is.
is also, I think she's just 18.
Yeah, there's a star quality about Indonesia, just like the last year's Miss Indonesia. I mean, they're both tall, they're both statuesque, and they project this really magnificent, like charismatic appeal. And I think I really believe Indonesia is going to make the top 5 again this year. Brian, your best in swimsuit.
I wanted to say that in general, I feel like most of them were really, really good. It's a staple for Miss Grand to have like a little bit more exaggerated walk and more turns and more looks and more, which is super fun for us. I do feel like some of them did like exaggerate just a little bit too much.
Yes.
And that's why I gotta agree with Peter. And I gotta say I'm not the biggest Puerto Rico fan. Even though I'm Puerto Rican, I'm not the biggest Puerto Rico fan. I don't see what other people see. But I do gotta say that I liked how she walked because it wasn't so forced. It felt natural. It hit the points that it had to hit. And then obviously I agree with you guys. Those girls were great. Ecuador, Panama, they really slayed it. But yeah, I think in general they did pretty good, especially walking on a platform that's moving in water. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was moving.
Yeah, it was.
They gave me America's Next Top Model vibes. They did a really good job. And the production, great. I saw some kinks, but you know what? Miss Universe has been around for years and they have kinks every year and maybe multiple same kinks every year. So they did really good. I enjoyed it.
Puerto Rico, I think she competed in Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2019, I believe. And I think
First runner-up.
Yeah, she was first runner-up. Yeah, and I was telling a friend of mine who's Puerto Rican, this girl should return to University of Puerto Rico and compete again. I mean, even though she's I think she's only like 5'5", 5'6", but it doesn't matter anyway because she has a beautiful face and she has a lot of aura and charisma. So I think she needs to come back. All right, so who do you think was the worst? I'm going to tell you my worst. Myanmar. Okay, so when she was really trying too hard with all her poses, and I think she almost lost her balance, but she saved herself by squatting. I don't know if you guys noticed it. She just like ended up like squatting so she won't fall or something like that. But to me, she was like the worst. Yeah.
But
Korea
it
is
was a
close.
great save.
Well,
It was a great save.
whatever. Well, I didn't like her anyway. Who cares? So, Peter, who do you think was the worst?
I'm not going there.
Like whatever. Okay, PM me. Okay, let me know in secret.
Chile
Uh,
fell. Chile. She almost she
Chile,
tripped.
yeah, she
Yeah.
almost fell. She almost fell. There were some few disappointments. Let me see. I took some notes. Okay, like everybody was like raving about Pakistan.
Mm.
I mean, Pakistan, she looks so good on Instagram because everything about her photos are filtered. And she's competed in so many pageants. I think this is her sixth or seventh pageant. And I don't believe she has ever placed in any of the pageants that she joined.
I don't think she delivers in person.
Yeah, I'm sure she's
great
very
photos.
nice and sweet. I mean, she's a wonderful. She's a registered nurse, so obviously, she's serving the community. But I don't think she's like beauty queen material, and I don't know why. She keeps joining all these pageants. But anyway, bless
She's
her heart.
serving the community, but not serving face like she does on Instagram.
Exactly. So she was very disappointing. Canada was also disappointing. She's this tall Ukrainian girl. Looks like a supermodel, in photos, but I was really disappointed with her stage presence. So yeah, I think that's
Rafa, I
about
wanted to mention that earlier you were talking about the welcome
ceremony.
event.
Yep.
Something that I noticed, and I watched it like 2 or 3 times. Something that I noticed and I wanted to applaud from some girls is that some of them were not thankful at all for the people around them. I could tell Russia was someone that I noticed clearly that did not care about the person that was like helping up her up the stairs. And I saw like this specific like group of girls that were very thankful, were aware of their surroundings. And that's something that girls don't do, not only in Miss Grand, in every pageant. And usually the winner is that girl that is paying attention to the staff, paying attention to the production assistants, to everyone that's around them, even fans. And that's something that I feel like some of these girls should really look out, because if you pay attention to some of these heavy favorites, they could care less about who's around them. But then there's some that really, really do look and feel grateful for where they're at and what they're doing. And I think that's a plus.
Exactly. Good.
I think I observed Thailand. And since she is a host representative, I expected a lot from her. And I don't know whether you all observed it the same or not, but I had something in my mind when she was walking down the runway, both in welcome ceremony as well as in the swimsuit competition, that just like Brian spoke about being ungrateful. I don't know whether she is ungrateful or not, but I sensed something different. And she did not come across as a very warm and welcoming sort of
Correct.
That's very interesting because, to me, she resembles her predecessor.
Yes.
Miss Grand Thailand 2020, which I thought she was ebullient, she was full of personality, and she was so hospitable and very warm. And I was expecting more, actually, from Indy Jones, the current Miss Grand Thailand. But like what you said, I was also a bit turned off by her coldness. In some of the pictures, she hardly smiles. She spends most of the time like checking her smartphone, and she basically didn't want to be bothered at all. Maybe she's just too tired. Maybe it's her time of the month. Who knows? So
I think the benchmark has been set so high by the predecessor that we have this expectation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but she's going to be there. She's going to be in the top 20.
Correct. And there's some favorites like I love Indonesia. Then having a look at the fan videos, and it's like, oh hi, and then just moves away. There's a coldness and an aloofness to it all. And I was hoping to get more warmth, whereas the Latinas are like, hey, how you doing? Playing with the camera, playing with the fans. I see that there's a lot of the Southeast Asians who seem to be quite standoffish with the fans, and I really want to feel that warmth from Indonesia but I just don't.
Right. Interesting. Carl, what do you think? What do you think are do you have any like bad contestant in the swimsuit? Be honest.
Honestly, yeah, I mean, I rather not pick one because I saw several. Okay, that that wouldn't meet my expectation. Okay, but I would love to mention about Miss Thailand. Okay, contrary to I'm sorry indeed. What's her name? Rafa,
Who?
Doctor Wakichai.
Agisha.
Yep.
Agisha. Yeah.
Yep. I probably have contrary view on Miss Thailand. I love her, stage performance on pier. I think she doing good, and I think her strength is a communication skill. She speak very well. So she going to do well in the interview room, and also on the stage she going to do well as well. So if you would love me to say something that not nice about the performance on pier, okay, that's probably okay, it's my different from other. I don't like Hong Kong.
Okay.
I mean,
why?
I would love to see like pageant walk, or like standard presentation nice. I wouldn't like something humorous presentation sort of. So it's make like the show, like the comedy show sort of.
Oh, so
Miss Hong
you don't
Kong.
you think?
Comedy show.
All right. So you don't think Hong Kong is taking the pageant seriously, basically, right?
I mean, she's serious, but serious in her own way. She come for spotlight. Okay, she come for spotlight. Like Peter said, it's time for to be for being memorable. Okay, that's why she came for that. That's what I mean. Which is I think I wouldn't be interested in her much. And also media try to cover her a lot, and I think some of ladies who actually very competent wouldn't get enough spotlight because of that.
Yeah, I defer with Ko. I don't feel like she's putting on like she's trying to be someone. I feel like she's just an innocent girl. And that's just like part of her personality, because even in videos where like she seems like she's not aware that they're recording, she just seems kind of like that. She seems like she's a crazy, wild, fun personality, and she to me seems like she's innocent.
Really, Brian? Okay, I would love to make a point. If you notice about her outfit, I think she strategized very well.
Strategized. Okay.
I could see that. I guess I could see that.
Rafa, you know what I mean? I mean, she came out every day and get spotlight every day. If she innocent, she wouldn't like to, to have time to think of what.
Do you think all her clothes are made in China?
Pardon?
Never mind.
Most are, so yes. Listen, something I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about Argentina. Argentina is another of those girls that looks bitchy as fuck. Sorry,
you can't.
But she looks
that.
so bitchy.
Yeah.
She is a great speaker. I've listened to her in English and Spanish. She's a really good speaker. She performs well, but she just comes off as like this cold, like kind of like like we would say European kind of look, just very cold and angry. And I've seen her in so many different events, just looking like I'm so over it. You guys have nothing on me. And I think she has another thing coming.
You think? Wait, does she have the same national director as last year's Miss Argentina? The guy who failed to purchase a return ticket to
horrible. Well, not only that.
Is it a different guy this time?
Different guy.
It's a different guy.
Different guy.
Well, he's irresponsible the same way, because Alina, the top 10 play or top 20 placer, Osman's girl from last year, she was supposed to compete this year. And honestly, I feel
Yeah.
like that girl would have had the crown in the bag
Oh,
if she
yeah,
would be
for
competing.
sure. Yes.
And now we get
Rafa,
this.
Rafa, I heard that Miss Grand Argentina bought license herself.
Oh, so she sent herself then.
She
Yes,
has
Okay.
money.
So
Yes.
she's her own national director. Okay. Well,
Yes,
that's
sort
good.
of.
Okay.
So
Wow.
quite, several country, quite several.
Maybe I should
countries.
send myself as Miss Grand Bonaire. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yes.
Talk about inclusivity and diversity.
Oh gosh.
But honestly, the Argentina girl, Alina, that's why she didn't go, because she had to pay everything for herself.
Yeah,
So it
that's
doesn't
right.
surprise me that this new girl would pay for herself to represent. They're a national director, but just by name, because they're not helping these girls.
Yeah,
And that
that's
happens in a
right,
lot
that's
of
right.
countries.
Yeah, Rafa and all my peers here. I've got to tell you, Miss Grand franchise has been, in high demand worldwide. All right, so it's not available,
Do you
everywhere.
know? Okay, Ko, I have a question. Do you know which country has the most expensive franchise fee?
Indonesia,
You think? I would think so. Indonesia. Yeah.
Yeah. they have money. So why
Indonesia
not?
has won. Any country that has won the crown probably has a high fee. Yeah.
What about Philippines?
Well, Philippines hasn't won, so they haven't raised the franchises for the Philippines. So who knows? I know
I wouldn't be
Cuba's
surprised if
fee
they
was
did.
raised. Yeah. I'm sure Puerto Rico's fee also has been raised. Venezuela as well. Yeah, for sure. And of course, United States franchise fee probably doubled. So yeah, I'm just guessing. But
Ours has, Australia definitely has gone up.
Australia too. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think most of these fees are probably like 4 digits. Maybe I'm guessing the lowest is $5,000 for each country. Yeah.
Really?
That's the minimum franchise fee. The
Wow.
minimum. Yeah.
I
'Cause
don't know,
think-
Rafa. Maybe we should do Miss US Virgin Islands and I'll find out.
Yeah. Maybe. Or what about Miss Guam? Miss Grand Guam.
Maybe. It sounds so nice.
All right. Moving on. Okay. Before I continue, let me just read some of the comments. Okay, there are about 35 people watching us on YouTube. Let me see. All right, somebody's saying the best in swimsuit is Kim Jong-un.
I liked his figure. It was very, his
Yeah,
figure was
very-
great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, somebody
He was really
says
one too.
their top 6: Puerto Rico, Brazil, South Africa,
Mm.
Indonesia, Costa Rica, and Colombia.
Mm.
Oh, our good friend David Mendoza says, "Hi, Rafa, my babe." And he also says, "Oh my God, Brian is here. He's my crush."
I
Brian, you have an admirer. Benjamin says, "Hey, Rafa," and then Miss Hong Kong is one of a kind, and she's very authentic. Says, "Hi, Peter," from David. Hi, Vagisha. Hi, Phil. Hi, Ko. All from David Mendoza. Hi, David. Hope you're
Hi,
doing-
David.
So, all right. So let's move on. Okay, I know that the evening gown competition has not been held yet. The preliminaries has not been held, but based on so far on the photos and some of the videos that we've seen on their social media accounts, which of these girls do you impress you the most so far? Well, the opening ceremony, obviously, everyone wore their gown of choice, and there are a few girls that stood for me. Okay, so who wants to start? Phil, let's start with you. What do you think? What do you think looks good in the evening gown?
Evening gown. I still have the same girl, Ecuador. The moment she stepped out in chartreuse, I was like, yes, mama, with Miss Grand Ecuador. Oh my God, like the hand wave. I was like so over it. I loved her from there. So yeah, hands down Ecuador. But I also would have to give props to Czech Republic. I love El Salvador, Nigeria. Paraguay is so refreshing. I loved her dress. And Puerto Rico, the crown.
Yes.
The crown,
yes.
Puerto Rico. It matched her outfit, her gown.
Mhm.
So yeah, those are my tops.
Okay. Peter, what about you, darling?
Um, I like, I'll stick with Chile. Chile was great. I liked, oh look, sentimental favorite, right? Australia. She looked absolutely beautiful stepping out of that red car. Um, Germany really stood out for me as well. And Hong Kong's gown was amazing, really
Yes.
beautiful, really
Mhm.
beautiful gown. And Thailand, I really like Thailand's gown too.
Mm.
Okay.
Hey
Yeah,
Peter, can I just
Thailand always
can I just
Thailand
make a
always have some
comment?
of the best clothes. Yeah.
Can I just make a comment about Australia about her swimsuit when she stepped out? I thought she was Bea Gomez.
They look
Oh,
alike, don't they?
She looked like Miss Universe Philippines,
Yeah, like facial wise, they do. Yeah.
only with like fried hair, kind of.
I'm coming for you, bitch.
But wait a minute, isn't Angolina Latina?
Mm-mm. So her mother's Filipino. Her mother's
Oh, okay.
Filipino and the father's Caucasian.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Wonderful. Okay, Ka, what do you think? Best in
Um,
gown so far.
yes, Miss Ecuador for me, and very close, followed by Colombia for me.
Colombia gives me a
Colombia
Carolina
was
Gomez
stunning.
vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, and also Australia.
Mhm.
Okay, she's the one that I would love badly to meet her. Okay, I wish to see her, at the airport. I think she's going to be much more stunning in person. All right. And I wish to have a picture, a nice picture of her on my post. So Peter, look forward to it.
Okay. Okay. I will message her now.
Yep, please, please, please. I mean, I
All
think
right, Vagisha, what
Ecuador
about
this time.
you?
Yep, I think Miss
love-
Ecuador this time is going to doing great on the stage. I mean, in the finals. I'm sorry, it did to unintentional interrupt and unintentionally interrupt. Okay.
Okay. All right, Vagisha, please. Your turn.
I love Puerto Rico in the welcome ceremony. She was so stunning. I was stunned with
Yes.
her beautiful face, and she looked really gorgeous that day. Other than her, I also like Nigeria, and then there were many other candidates. Particularly, I would say that Colombia also stood out for me. She was very sweet, and she had the queenly vibes. So these were the three standouts from the welcome ceremony in the evening.
Mm.
Mm.
Wonderful. Brian.
See, when I look at when I think about gown or every part of the competition, I try to look like overall, and I feel like
Mhm.
in overall, like in styling and dress, Puerto Rico and Indonesia and Ecuador killed it. Like they were perfection. The dresses were good. The styling was good. And that's the point of we're talking about the ceremony when they were wearing the gowns. That was the point where I noticed a lot of girls really aware and paying attention to what was going on. And one of the people that I noticed was Puerto Rico, being very nice,
Mhm.
she projected herself humble
Yeah, she
when
did.
she was thanking everyone and being super aware of her surroundings, which is something a lot of girls could learn from. But yeah, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, and Indonesia, the styling was perfect.
Yeah, I would agree with Indonesia, but let me ask Peter, because Peter, when I think you saw a video of Indonesia before coming to Thailand, where she was modeling her evening gown, and you were very harsh about her. Would you like to remind us what you said
What, remind me what I said?
about Indonesia? Come on, girlfriend.
Yeah, no, remind me what I said. I don't remember what I was. I remember being harsh about revealing your gown so early.
You basically said that she's like a pageant patty.
No, I did not.
Well,
No, there
I'm
was
telling
someone
you
else.
now.
No, there was someone else. No, I think it's
Okay.
quite similar. The gowns that they seem to be wearing are quite similar every year. I'm hoping that that's not going to be her final gown because it's very similar to Ara's gown the year before. And, it's just a little bit of a pet hate of mine that nothing is sacred anymore. Everybody's revealing their gowns so early before the competition, and I'm not sure if they're doing it because they think they're not going to make the semifinal round or the gown round. I don't get it. It's just there's no element of surprise anymore. So this whole Pisces gown is just down, done the round. So when it comes out, it's like, oh well, here it is, and like a lot of things in life, reality is a disappointment. So yeah, it's just disappointing that they would reveal these kinds of things so early. But you might have
Maybe it's to
something
see if
else.
they get backlash. If they're like, oh, we hate it.
Right,
Testing the
right.
waters, maybe.
Yeah, kind of opening the judgment to the public. Yeah. Mhm.
Because
Mm,
once it's on
Peter,
stage,
do
you
you have
can't
your
go
leg
back.
on the task?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Nice knee though. Okay.
Thanks.
All right, my turn. My turn. Okay, I think Indonesia. I think she looked amazing during the opening ceremony. I also like Puerto Rico and Colombia. Colombia. The first time I saw this girl
Yeah.
dressed in white and with her hair in a bun,
Yep.
she was
Mm.
just, to me, she spoke regal, very
Mm.
grand, very queenly. So yeah, those are
Yeah.
the three
The
best.
halter neck, the way she
Yeah,
stood.
everything
Again,
about
like I
it.
said, it's very Carolina Gomez, 1994.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember which contestant wore a short cocktail dress instead of a gown.
Russia.
Was it Russia? Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Russia.
That's when I noticed her bitchiness.
Ooh. She's just
Russia, Russia,
Russian.
Russia. Marsha. Okay, moving on. All right, so
Who do you think had the worst gown, though, or the worst gown performance, Rafa? I hated Canada.
it has to be somebody from a third world country.
No. Canada lifting up those skirts. Her skirts like, girl, what are you doing? Come on.
No, you know what? USA has one of the worst gowns.
Yes.
Did you see
USA.
it? It was like kind of like transparent. It was like it was like a combination of,
Costumey.
it was like weird. It has all these like little things that are dangling, like fringy stuff, but it's like kind of like transparent as well. So
Spiderweb.
you can see her panties or something. Yeah. I never really did like her. Yeah. Okay. I'm calling the Miss Grand United States organization right now. If you're watching the show,
We're
ever
coming
talk-
for you.
don't ever talk to me. Okay. I've sent you emails, I've sent you messages, but you people are just totally ignoring me. Okay. We're done. Moving
Uh-oh.
on.
Another on the list, Rafa.
Yes. I hate these people. I swear to God. Okay. It's time to reveal our top 20.
So should we reveal?
Who wants to start the top 20?
And Rafa, wouldn't you like to mention about Miss Angola that she, sort of
Okay, let's talk about Angola. Let's talk about girl.
yeah. She
Let's talk
she
about-
came to Thailand with
Okay.
very little
Why is
support.
this? Why has this been a common problem? Every time there's a contestant coming from a third world country, mostly from Africa, they come to the host country unprepared, not bringing anything. Okay, so they end up begging or earning the sympathy or the compassion of other contestants who are much more privileged than they are. Can somebody please explain to me why is this Miss Angola's intention? Is to come to Thailand so she can get more dresses from strangers? What is that? What is up with that?
I don't think so. I think it's probably that they don't expect to maybe like feel out of place, and maybe in the moment they start seeing, like, looking around and being like, oh, this girl has an amazing gown and this one has an amazing gown. Like, maybe they start comparing themselves to other girls, and
Rule
that's what
number
makes them
one:
feel-
you don't compare yourself with other girls. Period.
Yeah, and that's probably what happens. That's probably what happens. They start comparing themselves, and I mean, Rafa, put yourself in their position. It might be inevitable being around so many beautiful women with countries like Indonesia, countries like Puerto Rico, countries like Venezuela, coming with these crazy, beautiful gowns that look super expensive. And then looking at yours and being like, oh, I don't have a lot of, sparkles and bling and stuff. So
Correct.
maybe that's what happens. They compare themselves and then they end up being like, I don't feel so good. And then, being in a beauty pageant, the girls are sweet to each other. They try to help each other out, even though people think other things, and they end up, helping out their fellow contestants.
Thank you,
Fellow
Brian.
people.
Yep.
Correct.
I totally agree with Brian, because as it happened, like she never beg Rafa, she never beg, but just Thai designer and Thai fans kind of have some soft spot for her, and we just would love her to be like included, feel like one of the group, because she hasn't got enough beautiful cloth or accessory, anything. So she wouldn't be that shining, and she just felt like being little. So that's why she got enough support already from Thai designer and Thai fans, either clothing, accessory, or like souvenir, or food as well. So she quite a big news in Thai pageant media, because we feature her a lot about her story. I mean, it's Thai generosity, in here, and she never begged. So I would love to highlight what Brian give his view. That's correct.
I think it's also a Thai thing. Like, this isn't the first time that it happened.
Correct. Yep.
Even last year, Miss Puerto Rico's final gown was from a Thai designer,
Mm.
and that wasn't her original gown. So I think it's just that Thai people have this special connection, and they fall in love with a girl, and they give them support 1,000%, and that's what's happening. Because it's happened with people that actually, with countries, thinking back, it's happened with countries that do have resources. So it's not I don't think it's oh, she doesn't have enough resources thing. It's just a connection thing.
And it
Yeah,
showed,
that's
like,
right.
her performance in swimsuit, it was outstanding. Way to open the swimsuit competition, that I was vibing with her. I was so proud. I was like, oh my God, like, this is Miss Grand, and she was just,
And
maybe.
she was working her tresses, her like dreadlocks, like this.
Well, I loved it, Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I totally agree with Brian, Gone are the days where you have to flaunt what you have, like, in the confidence, but we're dragged into this new age where we're being judged in social media a lot, so I can understand where it's coming from. And we are like a big pageant community. If a girl needs help, trust me, someone's gonna give help. Someone's
Hey,
gonna
at Miss Universe
Yep.
last year, I was getting things for Miss Cameroon and getting like wipes for their face and getting stuff like
Yeah.
it's just what happens. It's what we
Yeah.
take care of each other as best
Yeah.
as we can.
It's pageant community.
Moving on. What was I gonna say? Oh, okay. All right. So, yeah, top 20. Who wants to go first? Should I go first? Okay,
You go
fine.
first.
I'll go first. All right. Believe it or not, I don't think anybody has mentioned Armenia.
I was about to say it. I had it right here.
Okay. I have
Great
Armenia.
speaker.
By the way, I put it on my Instagram. There are at least 7 Miss Grand contestants who have connections with the United States of America. And Armenia is an Armenian American. She's one of them. She was a former Miss Boston, okay, and a former Miss Massachusetts Outstanding Teen. So she's very, very American. I know she's petite, she's short, but you know what? Who cares? Height does not really matter anymore. She's an excellent speaker, and she knows how to project herself on stage. This girl has attitude, but in a very good way, in a very model-esque way. So she's in my top 20. I'm doing everything in alphabetical order. My second one is Australia, for the obvious reasons, because she's just phenomenal. She has an amazing platform as far as helping a woman to manage their finances better. She's very telegenic. She's very vavavoom sexy. So yeah, she's exactly the type of girl that Nawat will want to crown eventually. Brazil. Has
Mm.
anybody mentioned Brazil? Okay,
I
did
want to see
not
her in
like
Miss
Brazil.
Universe.
Yes. I did not like Brazil in the opening ceremony because I thought her gown looks kind of cheap. Sorry, Enrique, if you're watching. But yeah, I thought her gown was kind of like mediocre. But the way she handled herself in public, the way she speaks, something about her that's so, she reminds me almost of Lady Diana, Princess Di, and her, in the way she moves, her gestures and her face, her facial expression. So she's definitely in my top 20. Another one is Cambodia. I know she made, you know, what's with the Cambodian? Can we talk about Cambodian fans, by the way? Okay, the Cambodians are actually beating the Filipinos as far as liking their contestants.
Mm.
It's like, what? It's 150,000 likes for Miss Cambodia compared to like 75,000 Philippines, or even 105 for Indonesia. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with you Cambodians? But you know what? They're actually thirsty for their queen to be crowned. Cambodia has never won an international crown, and they're really, really fighting for blood this time. So yeah, they're spending a lot of money compared to, let's say, the Indians. Vagisha, what's wrong with the Indians? They complain a lot. Okay, they complain a lot on social media. Okay, they bash other people just because, you know, other people are commenting and criticizing their queen, but you don't see Indian people voting. What's wrong?
Right. You know, there was an incident, if you remember, where the president of Miss Grand International Organization, Nawad, he made a comment on the culture of India and how people are quite backward. And Indians were very much hurt after hearing this comment, because Indians have given a very warm welcome to Nawad when he was here in India, at the time when Meenakshi Chaudhary was representing India at Grand International. So this might have hurt his sentiments, and I was quite away from the social media for, let's say, 2-3 weeks, so I was not very sure that what is happening in the pageant world. So when I went through all of these posts, somehow I felt that it was quite insulting to make a remark, a direct attack on one specific country, and that too when you are the president of the organization. You should be neutral to all. So maybe that could have hampered the Indians to go and support their candidate, although they have supported all the candidates whom Femina Miss India is sending to different international pageants. So nonetheless, I think this might have hurt their sentiments.
Okay, did anybody else saw that video
Mm.
during the
Yeah.
opening?
Yeah.
dinner?
Vagisha, do you think it's the views that Mr. Nawat, you know, expressed were just, you know, him echoing what he was told by the guide, by the tourist guide, maybe while he was there? I mean, surely, yeah, you know what?
Can we
I know-
can we pick up? Can we talk about the context? The context was that when he visited India, he mentioned that he went to the toilet. Is that it? And then he
And
saw
having a cobra.
man
Hmm.
playing a music or something. What is that? A wind
Yes,
instrument?
yes.
And with a
Yes.
cobra coming out or something of the basket. Was that okay? Okay.
Oh, no, that did not happen. I mean, people have always generalized this. And
Okay.
if you read certain books and literature on Orientalism,
Hmm.
people have always addressed India as land of snake charmers, which is not true. I mean, India has so many states, and each of the state has different culture. So I would say it's just generalizing and stereotyping one specific country. I mean, every country has its own pros and cons. So you cannot just generalize one country based on what you have been told. In fact, when you have been welcomed in the country pretty well, because the Times Group has always been very nice and welcoming to the people who have visited India. So I did not.
He was definitely echoing stereotypes.
Yeah.
That's what
Yes.
it was.
Definitely. You know what? You know, I think Peter and I were talking about this the other day. That this maybe Nawat is doing this on purpose again to attract more attention,
Yes.
and that's why the pageant is growing exponentially huge. Is because of his comments. Some of it could be offensive. Of the remarks.
Internet loves
And
hate.
remember,
Internet loves
remember
troll.
he he made an
Philippines.
offense. I know it's not offensive to
Yeah.
me as a Filipino, but he
Yep.
quite made an offensive remark addressing Catriona
The Philippines.
Gray when he
Yes.
compared Catriona to
Yes.
Miss Paraguay, Clara Sosa. Do you remember
Yeah.
that when he basically called Catriona fat? So that really was offensive to some Filipinos, to most Filipinos.
Mm.
So now it's his turn to offend the Indians.
Right.
But I'd like to know if he's going to offend the Indonesians one day.
No,
No,
I don't think so.
no.
never,
Oh,
never,
That's
Rafa.
that's the $6 million question. Will he offend the Indonesians one of these
No.
no, 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 no,
No,
no,
never.
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Why?
In fact, I
Mm.
feel that he wants to create a rivalry between Miss Earth pageant and Miss Grand International pageant. It is pretty obvious. It is pretty clear, especially organizing the swimsuit competition at the same time slot when Miss Earth grand finale is happening.
At
That
this
was
point,
quite
there's no
intense.
competition between Miss Earth
Correct.
and Brand.
Yes.
Correct.
And it's
There
also
isn't.
fun, like when I was watching the swimsuit competition, I was like, damn, it reminds me of, MUP, but Nawat did it way better, you know?
Mhm.
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 Exactly. Yeah. So I was just wondering about that because will Nawat have the courage to offend the Indonesians one of these days,
Well, maybe
Or-
one day.
I don't think so.
or even the
No,
Cambodians,
no,
or even the
Nope.
Burmese, the
I
Myanmar.
believe
Never.
one day it will happen.
never, never. Because even during that, Indian comments incident, he even compliment Muslim, okay, because Indonesian are Muslim country, and so it's kind of insinuating me that he mentioned about Indonesia.
Well, that's also a generalization that he made. He generally stated that all Muslim countries are good, which is not really
Mhm.
true. I mean,
Mhm.
people are bad and evil wherever you go. In every religion, there's always bad and good people. So
But Rafa, okay, I think you're right, because I think that comment intentionally, okay, made it to draw attraction or draw more hype, such as
well, you know what?
if
I really think that he was caught in the moment. I think imagine him having dinner with 5 contestants with Teresa, the vice president. I think he was just trying to be funny. He was trying to make a
Mm.
joke,
Yep, yep,
lighter
yep, that's
situation,
right.
Trying to be
without
like Donald
necessarily
Trump.
thinking what kind of
You don't
And-
talk shit like that when
sentiments
you've
that
got
the
a
Indian
camera
people might-
around. You just don't.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. I agree with Peter as well. I mean, even though you would love to, to be more famous, I think it's not nice to step on any particular party to gain crown. Okay, even though I'm Thai, when I saw that clip, I just for me it's unacceptable for me. Okay, and I do believe that he actually would love to be attended, I mean gain more attention worldwide, because in the midst of competition between Miss Earth, Miss Grand, and also Miss Universe. Okay, so he will try every way he could best find to get more attention. So any message that could bring more attention, probably would be used by him, especially why India
Right.
have billion people, so when he causes a stir, a lot of Indian will be mad, and people just talk around. I even think that what about at the end, India might be crowned, or Indian might be in top 5.
You know what?
So,
I have
everything
have the
just turn
feeling-
around.
I have the feeling Nawat will never crown India.
Yes,
Mm.
I feel the
You know
same.
why? You know why? Because I heard from a couple of years ago that he hates he hates Feminist India organization. Basically, he hates the national director. They don't get along with each other. So Femina could send the best, the most gorgeous Indian
Right.
representative to Miss Grand, and she still would not be crowned by Nawat.
I mean, we sent Meenakshi Chaudhary. Meenakshi was amazing.
She should have won. Meenakshi should have
Yeah.
won in 2018, and not that Paraguayan slut.
Mhm. And I would say that she was quite.
Who by the way,
higher than standard of Miss
pretended that
Grand
she
International.
fainted on stage. Please give me a break.
So, I mean, Rafa, might you tell me a little bit about the insight that you get? Why, what the reason why he, load with ND of Indian of feminize it. So
I don't
what's the reason
I
behind
have
it?
no idea. Maybe, I don't know. It's just personality clash. Who knows? It could be any of those reasons, you know. Anyway, I'd like to move on. Okay, so I mentioned Brazil, Cambodia. My next one is Colombia. She will be there. Cuba. I love Cuba. She's I interviewed her a while back, and she's evolved into this amazing, sexy, hot, eloquent, vavavoom Latina. Dominican Republic, Ecuador, Guatemala is in the house. I love Guatemala. Hong Kong, Miss
Mm.
Grand, Hong Kong.
Oh,
Love that. India is on my list. Indonesia, Malaysia, and my lovely, sweet Netherlands, whom also I interviewed. She's just amazing. She has one of the most beautiful faces. Her swimsuit performance was average, but other than that, she's a great speaker. She's a great talker. Philippines is going to be there. Puerto Rico, Spain, one of the most beautiful contestants. Thailand, Venezuela, and Vietnam. Those are my top
Right.
20. Okay, who wants to go next?
me.
Okay, Ko, because you're leaving soon.
Okay,
Go.
top 20, right? Okay, top 20 is Ecuador for me, and Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia. How help me count, okay? Please help me count.
Did you not make a list? Hello.
No. I mean, I normally, okay, it's my style, Rafa. I normally just end up with top 5. I just, at my thinking now, I thinking about top 5 already. I wouldn't, because I think even though I made top 20 at the end, it come down to top 5 anyway. So I
Yeah, but
normally
this is to benefit the audience who are watching us. There's a lot of people who are very curious, you know.
So top 20 first, okay. Definitely Hong Kong, and I expect Hong Kong would gain some kind of special award as well, aside from top 20. She might get top 20 and a special award. And I think Malaysia probably gained top 10 or top 20 according to popular vote.
Beautiful, yeah.
And I think Cambodia, okay, Cambodia would be in, and Brazil, because, okay, honestly, I think because Brazil has a very good connection with MGI, so it's almost impossible to leave Brazil
Have you met
behind.
Enrique? He's in Thailand right now.
Oh yes, I met him,
Okay, good.
in February. I had dinner with him in Japanese restaurant because I got invited with Miss Grant, and also definitely Australia. Okay, Australia. I think she's going to perform very well on stage, and I do believe that even though I haven't met her yet, but I just feel that she got a very strong communication skill. So very personable. So I think she's going to gain placement in at least top 20. And Spain, definitely Spain, and Puerto Rico. And I'm quite not sure indeed about Colombia, even though I love her. She's beautiful, and I don't know why Colombia wouldn't be, so shining in Miss Grand.
I would be shocked if Colombia didn't make it. Yeah.
I mean, they wouldn't get, quite proper placement in MGI like, Miss Universe. I'm quite not sure indeed about Colombia, but I love her. But I'm quite not sure if she would get placed in top 20. It's my hunch, okay? And I love Mexico also, but I'm quite not sure again about Mexico. All right.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't talk about her hair flip.
She doesn't make it. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's almost top 20. Is it? I think. And Panama.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I
already
exclude
top 15.
Panama. I removed Panama Panama from my list and I replaced it with Dominican Republic. So
Mm-hmm. Why? Rafa?
facial wise, I think Dominican Republic is
Correct.
prettier facial wise than Panama.
All right. Okay.
Are
So
you
I
done,
think
Carl?
it's already top 20. Hmm?
All right. Okay, Mr. Brian, please go.
That's me. I honestly don't have a top 20 yet. Gotta be honest. Like I said
You're waiting
before,
until the-
I try to pay attention to behind the scene videos and see how they how they act to actually decide. Because you don't win the competition just performing on stage. You got to do
Correct.
everything.
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah, on Angola, I love her energy. Armenia, the speaking skills on this woman is insane. She could be
Yeah.
on television right now. Like the way that she handles herself on camera is next level.
Yep.
Bangladesh, you guys didn't mention her, but I like her energy. She's not that pretty, but there's a good energy from her. Brazil, I want to see her in Miss Universe. She needs to prepare a little bit more to get to Miss Universe, because I do feel like maybe it's because it's Miss Grand, but sometimes she feels a little bit forced. Like she feels like she needs to do some movements and some facial things. So that would be a point against her. Colombia is great. Costa Rica, gorgeous. I wanted to mention that in one of I think it was the interview, the little Grand TV thing that they do, which by the way, I love. She said something. She said that she meditates, and the host told her, "Oh, you medicate?" Or I think she understood medicate, and it was so funny. And she's like, "No, not medicate, meditate." And I thought it was hilarious. It made me like her even more because she was like, "No, not medicate." She's like, "Over here, I'm no gummies, no weed, no. It's just meditation." She wanted to clear it up, so I love that. That made me fall in love with her. Cuba, amazing. The best interview outfit came from her. It was great. I really, really liked it.
Yeah,
it was perfection.
White. Yeah,
We're all in
and
white.
she wasn't
It was
wearing
fitted.
she wasn't wearing stripper heels. She was wearing white
Thank you.
stilettos.
Thank you.
It was perfect. She was great. She looked elegant. Who else? I have Dominican Republic, Ecuador. Her English she's really beautiful, but her English is a train wreck. Germany, super sweet. Haiti is actually a good speaker. I have my eye on her. Malaysia's great. Mexico, I kind of like her, but she seems a little too harsh in the face. Who else? Netherlands, super sweet. Myanmar is stunning. Philippines, if the moment to win, I feel like was last year, not this year. I don't know why I don't completely fall in love with her. Even though I think she's beautiful, I don't think she's at the same level as last year. Puerto Rico, I was not a big fan of her when they appointed her or when they revealed she was the winner. I was not happy at all. I thought this would be the first time we were going to clap in Miss Grand after the start of the pageant. But she changed my mind. Every single time I see behind the scenes videos, I see her being thankful, being aware of her surroundings. And that's powerhouse level right there. She knows what she's doing. She's doing things right. Their personality, the speaking skills. Do I see her as a Miss Grand? No, I don't see her winning, but I do think that she's doing everything right, but I don't see her winning. South Africa, Spain, super stunning. Thailand, again, same thing with Philippines. I don't think that they are at the same level as their predecessors, but she'll be there. Rafa, you don't like USA, but I kind of like her, and I think she does a good job. Venezuela, she gives this woman, maybe trans woman kind of vibe, but I love it.
Well,
I love it.
Bang? She likes to
Yeah.
wear bang.
I like the bang. I don't usually like bangs, but on her it looks good. She looks like a woman. She looks like this crazy Amazonian woman. She's Venezuela. What can I say? And then last, Vietnam. She's stunning. I know that was more than 20, but I don't have a list yet. I can't decide.
All right. Mr. Phil, what about you?
All right, I did it alphabetical order. So first of all, Angola, agree with everything. She's such a energy to watch. Armenia, good speaker. Australia, because I love Peter.
You're just scared I'm gonna go and kick your ass.
Yeah, she did good, really. I especially like on the swimsuit. I really like her performance. Brazil, I'd say Cambodia, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, say India, Indonesia. Nobody mentioned Japan. I don't know. There's some charm in her. I loved her performance.
Okay.
In swimsuit. Netherlands, Philippines, Puerto Rico, Spain, South Africa, Thailand, Venezuela, and Vietnam. Those are like the
Awesome.
the ones
That's a
that
very
I'm-
good list. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good list.
All
Okay,
right.
Dr. Vansha, what do you think? What about you?
I would say that it's too early to come up to top 20 or top 10 right now because we are still waiting for the prelims. But I have a very random kind of list, which I noted down the name of the delegates when I was watching them for the welcome ceremony as well as the swimsuit. So here it goes. Australia, I have her in my list, and Brazil. Then we have Czech Republic, Dominican Republic, Costa Rica is there. Haiti, I also observed her speaking skills. She is very smart. Then we have Mexico, but again, as Brian said, the hair flip and everything. She seems a little bit too harsh and maybe a little bit exaggerated with her moves, but I feel that she could place. She can place definitely. Then we have Indonesia, Nigeria is there in my list. Puerto Rico, Colombia, Netherlands, I have my eyes on her. I was not very much impressed with her performance in the swimsuit, but I would say that I'm still waiting for her performance in the prelims, like how she performs. Then Philippines, South Africa, India, Spain, Thailand, Venezuela, and Vietnam. Also Ecuador.
Ecuador, yeah. Wonderful. That's a very good list. Peter, darling, what about you?
Hi. Well, look,
Australia.
I wonder.
course,
That's what I was
of
going to say. I
course.
wonder if Australia's there.
well, oh look, I have worked with this
Pangolin
girl
is
before,
watching.
and you know what? I don't know if you guys remember, but she has also competed in another pageant before. So
one?
you're going to have to go and think about that and try to remember where. But she
Okay.
has competed in an international pageant, and you have all seen this. And
All right.
she's come back better than ever, and she's learned a lot from that experience. So I will let you kind of try to figure that out. Puerto Rico, um, I've always loved her. I loved her look. I think she's very classy, and for all the reasons that Brian had said, absolutely Puerto Rico is on my list. Ecuador, I think every year the Ecuadorians are just sending very strong girls year after recently. So this one doesn't disappoint. Spain, of course, Hong Kong, for all the obvious reasons. I think she's got to be there for the entertainment factor. And she's got a lot to offer the brand. Thailand, of course. The only thing that worries me is I'm thinking Thailand and Japan are very similar with their looks. They might end up canceling each other out. It doesn't really
They could
matter
be-
if she
they could be
doesn't win.
twin
She's like Miss
sisters.
USA for Miss Universe anyway.
Yeah.
Chile, love Chile. Philippines. Yeah, you know what, Brian? I actually like this Philippines better than last year's Philippines. I think she's got a
Really?
little bit more attitude. She's got a little bit more sass. Last year's Philippines kind of gave me a bit of a glitz vibe, whereas this one is just giving me attitude and face. And she's, she's quite, sassy. Love this one. It doesn't feel forced. She's just fierce. Like I said before, Japan, Indonesia, of course. I just wish that she could come in a little bit warmer with the fans. Germany. I actually really like Germany. Venezuela, Dominican Republic isn't here to play. She's competing. She is standing in front of the cameras. She is getting your attention. She's giving vibes. She's giving energy. Malaysia. Love Malaysia. One of the videos that I saw behind the scenes is her, standing in line and actually practicing you know, projecting, and she's practicing her poses and her smiling, and she's not like all the other girls who's just wasting time standing around with all these other foolishness. She is using her time. She's here. She's not here to play. Costa Rica, of course, Mexico. Look that hair flip. Maybe it's a Miss Grand thing. But look,
God bless
I'll
those
pencil her in.
extensions.
Yes.
No, look,
Like-
I'll pencil her in. Like I said, Colombia. Colombia gives me a Miss Universe 1994 vibe. Very elegant,
Yes.
very regal.
Mhm.
I think Brazil probably has one of the best bodies in the competition as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing model body. Armenia, for all the reasons that you guys have said. Nigeria as well is very elegant. And that's my
Okay.
top 20.
Wonderful. Okay, Ko, I know that you have to leave soon. Would you like to share us your top 10?
Yes. I'm actually in top 10, definitely Indonesia. And I still do believe Philippines. I agree with Peter because I interviewed Sam, you know, thoroughly before, and I totally agree with Peter because I mean, she really good. She got attitude, and I can see her represent organization very well, especially under pandemic time. You need to be kind of executive wise person. Know how to handle things, know how to manage and administer. And she is, you know, business white lady, and got a good connection in the business world. Okay, so I think that's the very strong factor. Under pandemic. I mean, that's my, you know, like vision. And also, she always speak from the heart. You know, excellent speaker, excellent, you know, just natural. So for someone that's still not supporting her enough, I think you should change your mind before too late, okay? Because she really good indeed, very good. And I do believe that in the interview a days ago, I think she did very well. Probably she might one of the top. I do
Okay.
believe that she, you know, she's going to be some kind of top interview, top interviewee, okay, in the room. But I haven't checked the sort yet, but I tend to think that she did very well. And you might not realize that in the interview room is, you know, give the highest mark, you know, overall as well in Miss Grand. So I mean, Mr. Nawat and Miss Teresa would love, I think they would, you know, probably love Sam very much because she know how to speak, and she not, you know, she not kind of try to please people, but she got a,
Sounds like you're in love with Philippines.
Yes, I am, you know, admittedly. I mean, she got a very keen sense of understanding in the world of whatever happened in the world. She got a very good common sense. So I do, you know, I have a strong belief in her for in top being in top 10, even in top 5. And you know what? If Sam would be able allowed to be in top 5, she might do the same as Cindy did. She's going to be crowned. Okay.
Okay, so
I
you think Philippines will win basically this year?
I mean, if she is, you know, allowed to be in top 5, no one else will win other than Sam, because she you know, a might treasure. You know, nobody will win over her. I do
That's a
believe
strong
that.
statement.
Wow,
Yes.
that's a big
Right,
statement.
treasure.
And also, aside, you know, aside from her speaking skill, I do believe that under pandemic, you know, organization would consider some kind of economic factor as well. And Sam has a very strong factor because she came from a very strong business background. She got, a big support, behind. So, I mean, if she's going to be speaker for organization, she will help expand the organization, very wide, in terms of business landscape. That's what I'm, seeing, aside from passion aspect. So, Indonesia, Ecuador, Philippines, Thailand. Honestly, I think she might end up only top 10 again. Okay, even though I love India and I know her personally, she's very lovely, but I think this batch is very strong, so it's very hard for her to get in top 5. And Australia, I think she will make top 10. Australia, and Malaysia would be, a big surprise again because of popular vote. If still, okay, popular vote reinstate in the system. Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Ecuador, and Puerto Rico. Okay, Puerto Rico. And I think Spain. Spain. And Thailand. Thailand. I already say Thailand. Panama.
Hurry up, go. Please hurry up.
Okay, Panama. Okay, Panama.
The bell.
And Australia. 8 already. Okay, 8 already. Malaysia. Okay, special place for popular vote. And the last one.
Mauritius.
I'm quite not sure. I'm quite not sure about between Brazil and thinking.
5,
Crimea.
3, 2,
Pardon?
1.
Northern Marianas.
Okay, Brazil, because of connection. Okay,
You have to have Brazil.
I think Brazil. Oh,
Thank you.
yep.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Rafa, please. My top 20 must have India. Okay, must have India. I love Miss India personally. Okay, and
You're not saying
even-
that because Vakisha is here, right?
No. I love all choices of India this year in every contest they participate, especially Miss Universe. I think she's going to make really well. She's going to win Miss India or in top 3. I'm, supporting India. I'm a black sheep. I'm really a black sheep here. in
All
Thailand.
right.
In Thailand.
Wait a minute. It's like, aren't you getting closer to interviewing Sam?
Yes, I'm going to leave it. So thank you for allow me to be a part of
Anytime,
expert.
Ko. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
And
But please,
also,
next time.
also
Yes.
everyone, I would love to ask you, because Thai fans and especially some pageant insider, quite influential, they saw your program which has me on and have all of you. They would love, fans, okay, they would love to get you in my program, and to know all of you more, sort of.
Yeah,
Especially
but we don't speak
Lafa.
Thai though. We don't speak Thai.
No, that's okay. I can translate some for quite a while. That's okay, because you always run 4 hours interview anyway. 4 hours program anyway. So the
We'll have a
longer the
marathon next
better,
time.
Rafa.
Okay, we'll talk, darling. Thank you for
Love
coming,
it.
Ko. We appreciate
So-
all
I'll have
your-
my manager contact you, Co.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I would love to invite all of you all, okay, in my program, okay, because I got a lot of fan requests, okay. They would love to
Oh.
know Rafa, Peter, and Wakisha and Brian, Antonio, sort of. So I wish
Anytime,
that you
Ko.
would.
Anytime.
Yep. I will. Okay, I will invite you, and I
Is
wish
there a
everyone
way-
accepted.
Is there a way that you can convince Mr. Nala to invite everyone, all of us, for next year's Miss Grand International?
Nice one.
All
Rafa.
expenses paid, hotel, airfare,
Yes.
food,
Yes.
allowance, and all that stuff. That would be it. You know what I mean?
Allowance.
Yep.
I'm
I
okay
think-
without the allowance. I'm easier.
Okay.
If it is that, I am going to make Miss Grand International officially as the #1 pageant. If it does that.
Okay. All right. I try to keep it in the lid, but it's hard indeed to not speaking with a friend. Okay. I'm going to have private dinner with Ivan Gunawan and Indonesia. Okay. Group. So I expect Indonesia will host Miss Grand International next time, and I will talk this. I will talk your design with him. Okay.
Well, Ivan is a friend of mine, so I already have a leg up from you guys.
Okay, so have Brian. Okay, have Brian asking him.
He owes
Probably.
me. He owes me. He told me last year
Go,
if,
Brian.
Oh, really?
if he won last year, he was gonna fly me out to Miss Indonesia this year, but they didn't win. But this year they will.
So what about
That's my
Brian?
favorite.
If Indonesia win this time, you're going to get the airfare. But what about Puerto Rico herself? If she wouldn't win, okay, because Indonesia already win, but you got airfare. Which choice would you choose? Get an airfare or a crowd for Puerto Rico?
The airfare.
The airfare. Yeah.
The airfare. I want to go to Thailand.
Right.
Okay, everyone, thank you indeed. I really enjoy, and I will any question for Sampan or Sophia or anyone, especially I would love to see Miss India and Australia especially, and I would love to to show my support to Miss India, because I totally disagree with that comments. Okay. So I just would love her to know that there's a lot of Thai audience that support her. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Indy,
job,
for
Ko.
everyone.
Thank you, Carl. Welcome. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you later. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Yep. And Rafa, I will make a comment for improvement a bit. Okay. I feel a little bit offended because you wouldn't put my face on the full screen.
Well, because you don't know how to edit yourself. You just keep chatting all day long without thinking about everybody else. You need to learn how to edit yourself. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Okay.
You know
right.
I love you. I love you very much.
I
so-
know. I just teasing you. Okay. Thank you indeed. All right. And see you around soon. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Who's next?
Me, because I gotta go soon. I gotta work.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ryan, go.
Ryan,
Well,
go.
I
Work.
actually don't have a top 10. I can't have it yet.
Top
I
five.
could mention 5. Yeah. I could mention 5. Let me grab my little list over here. Definitely Brazil, even though I feel like sometimes she's exaggerating. I feel like she has to be up there. She just has this special quality that I feel will look really good on stage. Costa Rica or Ecuador. I don't know why I compared them. Like, for some reason, one of them two I feel like will be up there. Indonesia, for me, she's my winner. I think they owe Indonesia a crown. And if they're going to host next year, why not? They've done it before. What else? Who else? Puerto Rico, even though I don't know. I don't know if she can make a top 5 with all these gorgeous, tall women. But she performs. And like I said, the pageant is won during the weeks. not on stage. So let's see. Then I have South Africa. I feel like a lot of people aren't looking at her. And I want to say Cuba, just because I feel like she's been doing good.
Yes.
That's it, I think. Okay, I think we lost Rafa.
Okay.
Oh,
that's good.
there he is.
Okay. Phil,
Oh,
please.
there you go.
Oh, I'm there.
All right, top 10.
Oh, yeah. It says my internet connection is not stable. Okay,
Oh my
now I'm
God.
back.
All right, so here we go, top 10. Brazil, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Indonesia, Philippines, South Africa, Spain, Venezuela, and Vietnam. They're my top 10.
All right. Good. Good. Vagisha, your turn.
I feel that not many Asians are going to make it this year to top 10. And although I love, I mean, Thailand is good enough to get a placement in top 10, but I don't feel that India, Philippines, and Thailand will get together in top 10 because Indonesia is already doing great. So I really doubt that 4 Asians will be there in top 10. So one of them has to go. So I would say Brazil is definitely going to be there. Indonesia is there. Puerto Rico, I'm very sure about her that she should be there. Then I love Colombia. I don't know how she's going to perform in the prelims, but I have my eyes on her. And then Nigeria is there, Australia, Venezuela. And I'm very confused between either Dominican Republic or Cuba. So one of them maybe might make it ahead.
Dominican Republic, yeah.
Okay, good. Peter.
Yeah. Okay. So mine's Australia, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Dominican Republic, Hong Kong, Thailand, Chile, Philippines, Indonesia, and Brazil.
Peter, top 10 Hong Kong.
Totally. We're
Too far.
talking Nawat. This is Nawat's passion. He's totally going to
He
put
can do
someone
whatever
else.
he wants.
What does she have to
Correct.
offer? This is my question to you. What does she have to offer after her intro?
Oh, she's not going to win.
Yeah.
She's totally not going to win. I think it's I think she's got she's a sentimental favorite for a lot of fans.
That's true.
So yeah, so I think that is probably going to propel her into the top 10 spots.
Yeah.
But beyond that, is she a top 5er? Definitely not.
She's not a top
hope
10er
not.
either, but okay.
Look,
we'll see.
any other standard pageant, I would say definitely not. But this is grand, and this is the one
Mhm.
we're talking about.
Well, did you guys see
Yeah.
her talent? I mean, she has a beautiful
can
voice.
sing.
Mhm,
She could
mhm.
sing. Yeah, she could
Yeah.
really sing. Yeah. She could be in Hong Kong's America's Next Idol or whatever. So,
Hong Kong's America's Next Idol.
Hong Kong's Next
Look,
Idol.
they
or
might
whatever.
actually invite her next year to do a performance like what they did with the Philippines, I think in 2013 or 2014, when they got Athena Imperial to come in and actually do a performance during the Miss Grand competition. They might do the same with this girl next year.
You know what I wish she
Yeah.
would do? You know how in RuPaul's Drag Race, the girls say a catchphrase and they make a song about it? Imagine her doing a song, like a single, presenting herself, Hong Kong, like a remix.
No, right?
Yes.
That would be smart.
Somebody please come up with a
Yes,
video
make it
with a
happen.
reel, please.
Make it happen.
All right, TikTok community, make it happen.
Okay, who wants to come next?
I think
that's
Phil's
everybody.
No, I think we all
Okay.
did it. Yeah, we all did it.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh,
Yeah, Phil already did it.
no,
too,
I haven't
yeah.
done mine.
No?
Haven't done mine. No, I haven't done mine.
Oh, we're skipping.
Okay, mine are Australia, Brazil, Cambodia, Colombia, Guatemala, Indonesia, Netherlands, and Philippines. Top 10.
Mhm.
Moving on to top 5. I'll start. My top 5 are in random order:
Ah.
Indonesia, Guatemala, Brazil, Colombia, and Ecuador.
No, Puerto Rico.
Latin domination. Sorry, Brian.
Okay.
Well, we haven't even seen the preliminaries yet. So
True.
this list could change. This list could change
Yes.
eventually. So, all right. So, Phil, your top 5, please.
Top 5. All right, I would say random order: Colombia, Indonesia, Ecuador, South Africa, and I would throw in Spain.
Okay.
Mhm.
Choice.
Yeah, Spain was my number 11, so she almost made it. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Vagisha.
I'll go with Brazil, Indonesia, Puerto Rico, Colombia, and I don't know why I feel there has to be one African candidate maybe in top 5. So Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good. Peter, darling, what about you?
Okay, my top 5 would be Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Philippines, Indonesia, and Brazil.
No Australia? I'm shocked.
You know what? That could change. I'm waiting for Australia to really pump it in the next couple of days.
Okay.
She's just got to get the energy levels up and just really get out there because the competition's heating up. Can't afford
Okay.
to drop back. So it could change.
Exactly. Anything. Oh, maybe one of the girls that we totally ignored could just surprise us all and win. Who knows?
Or Hong
make
Kong
top-
could end up in top 5.
Oh my God, that would be so interesting. Really exciting.
Siberia, and her top 2.
Yeah, I mean the girls who are not really making a lot of noise eventually will make a lot of noise during the prelims, and boom, voila, they make the top 5.
Mhm.
And big, wonderful. All right, so I'm just reading some of the comments here on my YouTube channel. Somebody says the dark horses are Cuba, Panama, Venezuela, Russia, and Germany.
Cuba
Okay,
and
so-
Venezuela for sure. Dark horses.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Somebody said, ever sneezed so hard that you sharted?
What?
Who is this person?
What?
Who is this person? Whatever. That's hilarious though. Oh my God. All right. Listen, that has been an amazing, wonderful discussion. And I can't thank you enough for joining this little group tonight. And to all the fans who are watching, thank you again for patronizing Critical Beauty Salon. And this is just the beginning. We're gonna have to do a follow-up, maybe right after the pageant. What do you guys think?
Mhm.
Do you guys want to do it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Totally.
Let's do a reaction discussion. Okay.
Hopefully
So
one
the
for Miss
final-
Universe as well.
We'll do
Yes.
for Miss Universe as well, since you're not going to Israel anyway. So you might as
You
well.
don't
No,
know
I
that. You
don't
don't know that. Calm down. There's still time. Hold on.
So do you guys want to do Miss World, or are you guys interested in Miss World? Who wants to do Miss
We
World?
can skip Miss World.
Skip Miss World.
Hector's not here.
Too many pageants.
Yeah, I know. See, that's the problem, because everything has been like all bunched up, for the entire month of
That's it.
December, and I can't stand it. I really can't. Hopefully, this will be the last time. All right, so we'll do a reaction video for Miss Grand International. The finals is December 4th in Thailand. I don't know exactly what time. I believe 7 p.m., 8 p.m. I don't know. I need to double check on the time, and then we'll do a Miss Universe chat and also a reaction after Miss Universe. All right. Thank you, people, for joining us tonight. Have a wonderful rest of the week and be safe. Okay. Take your vitamin D, take your vitamin C, take zinc, take magnesium, drink lots of
vaccinated.
liquids, have at least 8 hours of sleep. Okay. Again, your natural immunity is better than artificial immunity anytime. Okay. Dr. Vagisha, agree? Yes, she agrees. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. I love you all. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Vagisha. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Phil. We'll
Thanks,
see you
Valpa,
again
for having us.
next
Thank you,
time.
Rafa. Get well soon, Hector, if you're watching.
Yeah, well,
That's
soon,
right.
Hector.
Have a good night. Have a good evening. Have a good day.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
people.
Bye.
Love
Take care.
you.